morning, everyone. It's currently 9:08 on June 14th. Came for a little run. I don't usually go for runs. Once in a while I do, but I was like, today I'm gonna go. Came to this little place not too far from my house. Took a little... My neighborhood has a little kind of like a habitat environment for animals, I guess you could say. For like bunnies, birds, mice, snakes, or whatever else, or whatever other animals you could think of, I guess, that live in Colorado. Definitely not elk or deer, because Greeley's a little too far into the city, but yeah. I usually come here to think, it's really therapeutic coming here. I mean, can't hear anyone. I mean, the houses are close by. I can see one from here, or a lot of them. But it's pretty nice. Sorry if you can hear the wind or sounds of the trees blowing. Might sound nice on here. I can't really tell. For me, it sounds really nice. Tall grass and the trees behind me. Yeah, it's always nice coming here. Just to come chill. We used to make a little campfire over here with my friend Vincent. Probably not the best idea because, when people see a fire in the middle of a little grassy area where there's no houses, it probably doesn't look like a campfire. It looks more like a wildfire, so. But we were young, and we were fine, so. Yeah, we were good. And there goes my phone making noise. I hope you can't hear that. Hopefully not when I get notifications. Maybe I can just change that now. There we go. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're, if it's the end of the day, I hope you feel accomplished. If it's the end of the day and you don't feel accomplished, well, just know that tomorrow there's another day. Live and act and go forward and do what you want with your life. And yeah. Yesterday I was walking around in the environment with my friend Nick, and as I was walking, or even just driving, I guess, it didn't feel real, I guess you could say. Like, everything just feels like a dream. I know what derealization is. I don't know if it's that. Kind of weird. I really don't understand why it happens. Like, okay, here comes the sun. It's gonna get hot. I wore a sweater because it was windy. Might have to take it off now, but it's pretty cloudy today, so I just hope those clouds cover it up here in a couple of minutes. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. I don't expect anyone to like it. Also, I can't tell if I'm like speaking in the mic too loud, but I guess I'll figure that out when I edit this. But yeah, I don't really get it. It's really weird. It's like I'll be walking and then I'm like I see someone and then like they don't, like, it doesn't feel like a real person's walking in front of me. And it's not like a selfish type of way. It's just like it doesn't feel real. It's like, I don't know, like it's really weird. Like, even when I'm at work, I'm like, okay, like I'm doing my job, but like it doesn't feel like, it just feels like a simulation. It doesn't feel real. But I had been going through this a couple months ago, and I don't know what helped me get over it. I don't know, I guess maybe just time. I really think time is the only thing that can really get this feeling away from your mind or whatever, but I really think that's the only thing that can help. And I'm not sad. I'm not mad. But it's just a really confusing thought where you kind of just sit here and you're like, okay, But I don't know, it's kind of weird. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed. That could be another thing with like the things going on in my life. Nothing bad, just a lot of things going on at once. Like after high school, I'm sure a lot of you that are listening are probably dealing with that as well. Like new changes, big changes, because I mean, most of us are adults now. We gotta pay for our cars and have our jobs, pay for our phones, and pay for this, pay for that, help our families out. Um, but yeah, um, it's just a little weird after high school. Like, I'm sure a lot of you are getting your first jobs or getting your first real job, and by real job I mean like like let's say your whole high school year you worked at like a Taco Bell, for example. And then I'm not saying Taco Bell's a bad place. That's a good place, you know. You could become a manager and get paid a lot more than what you did when you first started working there. So that's good, you know, as long as you're making what meets your financial needs. Well, I mean, hey, I mean, everyone else can kick rocks as long as you're making enough money for yourself and whatever else you need. That's all that matters, right? So don't feel ashamed of your job, no matter what it is. Take pride in it. Don't be lazy. You know, I always hated the people that are lazy and they just want everyone to do everything for them, and they kind of just sit there throughout the shift and not do anything, kind of just kick back and do whatever. So always make the best out of your position in the place where you work. So yeah, just always do that. And once the shift's over, it's over. You go home and you can chill, kick back, and feel accomplished. And maybe you'll be at work the next morning and be ready to do it again, and you'll feel the same way again. I really don't like working in the afternoon. I really wish I could work in the mornings. I mean, they put me at a couple of morning shifts, but I definitely wish that I could work every morning shift. Cause I don't like working in the afternoon because everyone, like, you know, you get there and it's like 4 or 5 and you're like, oh, I gotta wait 5 hours till it's nighttime. Then I go home and then you eat and then it's like you go to bed, I wake up the next morning and then you gotta wait. I just don't like waiting. Like right now I'm like trying to do things to like make work come faster, like, you know, the time can pass. But yeah, I just hate like waiting to go to work. And I don't know if you deal with that as well, but I just hate it. For example, I think that might be is because of school. You know, you wake up and it's already like 30 minutes by the time the first bell rings, so you know you got to get there. And it's really weird thinking about it. Like, remember when you wake up in the morning and you get ready, you got your backpack, and if you go to my school, you grab your ID, wallet, your phone, and then you're driving to school, you got your music in, you park, you see some of your friends, you're walking in. Like, it was so wholesome, you know. And when you hear people talk about it, like, oh, high school, like, it was so good, like, it was fun, like, it's one of the best years of your life. And when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, high school, it was great, but it wasn't like, it wasn't great to the point where it was like, oh yeah, high school, you're gonna love it, it's great. Like, no, like, high school wasn't bad for me, don't get me wrong. Like, I lived out my high school years pretty thoroughly. Like, I think I met a lot of good people, met a lot of bad people, and cut them out of my life. Or maybe not even cut them out of my life, I just wouldn't, you know, how do I explain it? I guess give my attention to them, I guess. That's another thing. Don't if you know someone is toxic in your life, or like things like that, or maybe your family members are like really bad for you, or like someone's dealing with like substance abuse or anything like that. It could be a big toll on your brain, you know. Or like the things that your family tells you, and of course maybe they don't mean it, or maybe they do, but hopefully they don't, but I'm sure they don't. I mean, I feel like no one in this world really tries to be hateful, or even wants to be, but I think sometimes some people are just so stressed out and hate, like they hate themselves, and like there's just so many things going on in their life, and they just hate everything about them, and they don't do anything about it, that they just take it out on everybody else. You gotta know that as well, and if you know someone that's like that, try to help them and talk to them and everything like that, because people nowadays, you know, you never know when you could lose someone just because of like they've been bottling everything up inside, you know. So just try to help them out, or talk to them too. Also, this location I'm at, I recorded a video here one time on my first channel, my first email I've ever had in my life, and I don't know. I feel like I should go look at that video again to see how my younger self thought. I'm not sitting on the same rock that I sat on when I was here, but I'm sitting at the rock I'd usually sit on just to come chill. And yeah, the video was called "How to Stay Humble" or "How to Be Humble," one of those two. Um, I've always looked towards being a humble person. I mean, I know I post on Instagram. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's being humble or not. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to get attention or anything like that. I just like to post like my little like retro styled like what's it called? Kind of what is it? The Polaroid type film that I have on my posts. I really like that look. I mean, you can basically take a picture of anything on that app and it just comes out pretty good. So I really like that app. And whenever I actually do try to take a picture, it actually comes out really good. Like I took this picture of like an old it's like a I really don't know what kind of car it is because it's like an older car. I never really paid attention to like what is it models or things like that there were. Like I'm pretty sure it was a Chevy, but it was like an older car. I'll probably post it on my Instagram here soon and you guys will see it. It'll be I think it's a red car, but it's like a car from the 50s or the 40s, I'm pretty sure. Or the 60s. 50s and 60s, I'm pretty sure. Sounds more accurate, but also there's a fly right next to me. Homie's been chilling there for 10 minutes. I know he's not dead cuz I seen him walking around. He's probably still sleeping, and I probably would have been too if I didn't set this alarm. So yeah. I mean, I remember my whole life growing up in high school, I'd always like sleep in, and my dad's like, "Oh, when I was younger, I didn't used to sleep in that long." And it's like, okay, that's good for you, but you probably had things to do when you were younger. Shoot, I don't. That's what I'm trying to give myself things to do now, cause it's like, well, like like what do? You just stay at home and sit in your room, watch Netflix and like, or YouTube, or you play video games all day, or you're just on your phone on TikTok, like, don't get me wrong. I feel like the only reason, or that's not bad. It's not. There's nothing negative about it. I guess it's just sitting there and doing nothing. Cause like I don't know. I feel like a lot of times like you just gotta go outside. Like go outside, get some fresh air. And I know that sounds corny and all, but I think it really does good on your mind. Cause you're outside. You're experiencing life. Not really experiencing life. Cause experiencing life to me is like talking to people, experiencing new things that you didn't think you were experiencing. Like for example, yesterday I went somewhere I never been. I mean, I know where it was. I just didn't know what it was gonna look like. I don't know if I was gonna get lost, but just gotta go and do it. Just go do it. I have my wallpaper on my phone as action. Oh, what is it? Oh my gosh, why can't I remember? Inaction is a slow death. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, inaction is a slow death, which basically means that if you don't, like, if there's something you want to do in life or something that you got to do and you're just taking forever just to finish it and you're not doing it, that it's going to cause a slow death. It's going to kill you inside. It's going to rot. It's going to sit inside of you. It's going to bug you. It's going to stress you out. And yeah, so that's that. I feel like that's a good reminder. Is inaction is a slow death. If you're waiting to do something in your life and you're taking forever to do it, just do it. Like it literally takes. Like I was watching a video one time about it, and you literally just go 3, 2, 1, and boom, you get up and you do it. Like literally, it's so easy. And if like it's several things, just like make a list on how to do each thing at a time, or just mentally make a list on what to do, the easy things first, the hard things first, however you want to do it. Everyone's a little bit different. And yeah, it's simple as that. Just get up, do it. 1, 2, 3, let's go. And like this morning, I got up and I was like, do I want to go for a run? Do I want to go for a run? No, yes, no, yes, yes. Okay, I got up and got ready, and boom, I'm out the door. And then yeah, so now I'm here. I'm recording this. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I mean, I got a lot to say, but I don't got a lot to say to keep, because most podcasts are like an hour long, but this one doesn't have to be. This is just a little recording. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm sure you guys can. But yeah, yesterday was fun though. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Got a lot of things going on, a lot of thoughts, a lot of expectations for myself. a lot to do. I mean, I'm at a I'm at a state of mind where I'm like thinking about life, and I'm like, okay, like, you get out of high school, you either get a job or stay in the job you're in, and keep that job to stay stable, and then you can like go to school, whether that be college or whatever kind of school. Like, let's say you're going to like for me, I want to go to barber school, so I'm gonna start that in the fall, hopefully, and yeah, so that's one good thing is starting your school. I never really wanted to go to college. I feel like I probably would have had a good shot at a lot of opportunities to go to college, but there's just something about it where like when I was in high school, like I would go come into like even if it was a class I didn't really have interest in, for example, or if it was a class I was interested in, like for example, what was it, psychology? Like I like thinking about the mind, or I like to learn about the mind, like how it works, and like when I'm dealing with something, like to find out about it, and like I'll find out as much as I can about it, how to deal it, like what like symptoms or like whatever, and like figure it out. Cause we all deal with different emotions or state of minds throughout our lives, and life's just a bunch of phases if you really think about it. And in life, sometimes you can be happy, you can be sad, you can be mad, you can be frustrated, you can be um hateful, you can be bitter, you can be stressed out, overwhelmed, everything like that. But it's just a bunch of phases that we go through, and it's really funny because okay, I want you to think about this, right? Just take a second. Man, think about yourself 2 years ago, last year, 3 years ago, like, when you're in eighth grade summer, or, well, at least if you're my age, because I just graduated this past May, that just passed, so I just graduated high school, so this is 2022, and eighth grade summer would have been 2018. So yeah, think about like those summers, and then 2019 that summer, 2020 that summer with like COVID and everything. And I feel like that's another reason why like people are very afraid to like get out of the house and like do things with their life, cuz like when you go places and you see people like when you see people that are like outside, like actually outside, it's not really people my age, like 18 or 19 or 17. It's more people that are like millennials and like people that are older or older people. Like I've been seeing a lot of old people going outside, and I feel like a lot of the reason why they're outside is because when they grew up they were always outside. They enjoyed like playing in I don't know, just being outside. I guess not having a freaking computer or phone in their hand all the dang time. And I think that's another reason why, or that's another fact on why I think or I feel like our phones just take away a part of our life. It's like a part of us because we have our phone is basically our camera. That's our life. Like literally, it's like vivid pictures of like our life. And then we got Snapchat. Those are like literally like receipts of us of conversation with our friends. And we got our music. That's a part of us because music plays a big role in life. I think music really controls your mood as well. Like I remember when I was younger, like freshman and sophomore, and not really a junior, but I would always listen to NF. I mean, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm wearing a sweater right now, but I mean, I put this sweater on because I need to wash it, so I was like, it doesn't stink, but it has like a little stain on it, so I need to clean that. It's been on here for a while, but yeah, yeah, I remember when I listened to him, and it was kind of a weird chapter in my life. I don't really want to say a chapter, but it was like a weird little thingy in my life where, like, the music was really like sad, but at the same time I was like a lost like kid. Like I didn't like I knew who I was. I don't understand. I think a lot of the reason now that I think about it is change. I think takes a big toll on my brain now that I think about it. Like as I'm saying this, because I remember the beginning of high school. Like I remember we all got there. We were in the cafeteria, and like you see all these people, and you're like, holy crap! Like all these people went to like different middle schools, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna meet new people, I'm gonna meet new friends, and it's like cool, but like, yeah, it's cool. You guys will know each other from freshman year all the way up to senior year, and a couple people are gonna drop out, a couple people are gonna leave, some people are gonna have kids and have to drop out. Whatever life or whatever direction life wants to take you, it's gonna take you, and you just know the unexpected is gonna come out of the bushes like no other. And also opportunities come out of nowhere. But yeah. In high school, my freshman year, I was a horrible kid. I wouldn't say horrible. I had respect for my teachers. I mean, me and my friends would joke around all the time, and I mean, we'd be like joking, like anything the teacher said, or just any little thing. Like every lesson, I remember in math class, like just any little thing. Like, oh my gosh, we were so bad. Like, we were pretty bad. That class was really bad though. You don't get me wrong. There was a lot of, I guess you could say, knuckleheads in there. Knucklehead. I haven't said that word ever. But yeah, that was a pretty bad class. But yeah, my freshman year I was alright. I guess I was pretty crazy. Like, I was trying to figure out who I was, and then sophomore year came around. Sophomore year, pretty great. Met some new people. A lot of drama going on with friends and stuff. And then that all ended, and then quarantine was like, hey, I know or spring break's coming up, but just gotta let you know it's not gonna work out. You're gonna be doing online school for the next year and a half. And then yeah, that hit. I still remember the day right before spring break, or at the end of school. I was walking, the sky looked gloomy, and I knew something was up. I had people talking about this virus going around, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I had this teacher named Mr. Turpin. He was my history teacher. He's also my next door neighbor, but he moved out, I think, like the year after COVID hit. And yeah, I remember he was like sick, and he was like, he said he was like throwing up a lot, and I was like, okay, I don't even know why you're here. He took a couple of days off, and then he came back, and I was like, okay, well, he's sick. I'll definitely stay away from him. He was like always pumping hand sanitizer on his hands and trying to stay clean and staying away from people, and how do I say this? Going to the bathroom when he needed to. And then I also had a teacher. I forgot what his name was. He was pretty chill. He was our substitute, or no, our student teacher. He was kind of a boring class. He was kind of a boring teacher, but he was really chill. Yeah. And then that hit, and then that whole spring break was like, what the heck? And we started online school again, and it was just horrible. And I know a lot of you listening are like literally from the same school that I went to, so I'm basically doing a recap on basically what we went through. But that was horrible, and yeah, we had to do online schooling from that for the last semester and all the way into May, and then the people who graduated, I don't even know how their graduation ceremony worked. I'm pretty sure they had to like sit like so far from each other, and it was outside, and there was like a limited amount of visitors and everything like that, and that just sucks for them. We were the next class up, but well, were we? No, there's two classes actually. Two classes. I think it was the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. They had a weird graduation, and I don't feel bad for them, but I do think it could have been better for them. But yeah, I think our graduation was actually the one that was normal again. Not really though, because we were gonna do it outside like every other graduation, but then they're like, oh, it's gonna rain and snow that day, so we're gonna decide to do it at the UNC Event Center. So it's like, okay, well, that sucks, because then it changed to the point where we could only have a certain amount of visitors, and that's kind of stupid, because I don't know, I would have sat in the rain. I wouldn't have cared. But it's whatever. It wasn't that bad. It didn't last. I mean, graduation's nice. Ceremony was alright. But yeah. And then my junior year, I was really trying to find myself. Like, all the quarantine, like, I was like really trying to figure myself out. In my old videos, you can really tell that I was like living life to the fullest, going out with my cousins, going out with my friends, just doing everything, and I was always like vlogging stuff. That was always fun. And music choice is getting better. I could tell. No longer listening to NF or all those other rappers I used to listen to that were just keeping me down all the time, because music really does play a role. And if you listen to sad music intentionally when you feel down, it's only going to weigh you down, honestly. Like, if you're floating in the ocean and you tie a weight to your foot definitely gonna sink. And I guess I would have music represent the weight that you're tying to your foot when you're floating in the ocean. It's definitely gonna sink you, and the only way you can really float above the water level is if you let go of the weight. That's basically it. And when you start listening to that good music and I wouldn't say uplifting music because then that sounds really corny. You're like, yeah, upbeat music. Here we go. Gotta get the day started. Here we go. Here we go. Driving around the city listening to upbeat music. That's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's just when people say it sounds corny. Um, but yeah, I guess just listen to music that makes you feel like you and that represents you, and don't be afraid to change your music when you're hanging out with your friends for anyone. If they don't like it, they can kick rocks. Everyone's different. Why not just listen to what you like? But yeah, it could look like it's gonna rain today. Don't know if it will. Hopefully it does because, well, I don't know. Maybe. I like the weather. It feels kind of nice. It's like a room temperature with a cool breeze. But yeah, life's crazy, and make the best out of it. Do things you never thought you would do. Not like that. Like, don't do like crazy stuff. Like, oh, I'm gonna freaking go in the bathroom. I'm gonna start smoking cocaine. I'm gonna see if this changes my life. I want to see what kind of person I am when I'm on coke. Like, don't do it. That's a over complicated example, but that's just an example of what not to do. And don't do drugs. Okay, don't do them. It's not worth it. And if you're under 21 and you're drinking, be safe, please. Don't ruin your your liver or your kidneys. Whatever. I don't even know which one it is, to be honest. I forgot which. I think it's your kidneys or your liver. Liver poisoning, alcohol poisoning. I don't know. One of those two. Just know that one of them is the correct answer. Um, but yeah. Be safe, okay? Hey, if you're going to parties and there's not I know people have, what is it, um, designated driver, I'm pretty sure they call it. Shoot, I don't go to parties. I don't, I don't even really like parties anymore, to be honest with you. Like family parties are really weird, cause like, especially at this age, cause like you're young, and you feel like not necessarily. I guess you kind of do feel neglected when you're at a party, cause you're just there by yourself, and then you have like your little cousins that are like 5 years below or 8 years below. Then you have your older cousins that are like maybe 5 years above, and they're already adults. I'm an adult now, but just because I'm an adult doesn't mean people are gonna treat me like an adult. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess it all lays or relies on generation. Like, my mom's generation is her and her cousins, and they're all older, and they have kids, and their kids are my age. So if they're there, I talk to them, and if they're not, then I kind of just sit there. Like, I went to this one party a couple weeks ago, and I just felt like, okay, cool, So I don't know. I guess it just really depends when you go to a party. If there's people there that you enjoy and that you like, you're gonna have a good time. Well, maybe, because if the both of you or the whole group you're with isn't really like messing with the vibe that's going on, then just leave. Like, what are you gonna be there for? Or if you know it's gonna be bad, or someone that there is gonna be that you don't like is gonna be there, it's just gonna ruin the whole thing. Why even go? Like, go do something that you're gonna like. Like, go explore, go for runs, ride your bike, like do things that are gonna help you, or in the long run. Like, for example, I woke up this morning saying I'm gonna go for a run, and it's gonna benefit me somehow, mentally, physically. Like, it's gonna be good. Okay, so yeah, do things that you like. If you like reading books, go read a book. If you like to paint or draw, go paint and draw. If you like to exercise, go exercise. If you like to make music, or for example, recording this podcast, like doing this, I really like recording podcasts. I like sharing my thoughts with people, and having people, or just giving people advice at the end of the day. That's just something I like to do. Or just sharing my experiences and see if you can relate to them, and if you maybe you'll find it interesting, and maybe you're dealing with some of the things that I'm dealing with right now. See, but when I say I'm dealing with something, it sounds like, oh my gosh, does he need help? Like, no, like, I'm good. Things just happen in life, and you got to get through it. That's all. Yeah, life's really weird. I know I keep saying that, but like, you ever just be chilling? Like, right now I'm chilling, and I hear the cars buzzing over there on the highway, and I'm kind of just like those people have their own lives. Like that's crazy, right? Like sometimes you think that you're the only like person in your life sometimes, and not only person, but like you feel very like alone, not in a like a sad way, but you feel like, whoa, this is weird. Like someone lives in that house, they have their own household. I don't know what it looks like inside, and I don't know what routine, morals, or values that they have, but I just know that that person has a job, a family, could possibly be going through a divorce, and they've probably been living there for about 5 years. And this bird almost fucking hit me. Holy crap. Sorry for cussing, but that scared the crap out of me. It was literally like probably 2 feet away from my face. But yeah, that caught me off guard. But yeah, it's just crazy when like I was walking and I see a lady walking their dog. Like how many people have you seen like throughout your life, or even throughout the month and year, have you seen walking their dogs? Like, I don't know, it's just so weird. And I'm sure when people see you or me, they kind of just like, oh, you think the same thing, like, oh, who's this guy? Like, they probably think like, I wonder what kind of job he has, I wonder what kind of life he is living, I wonder what state of mind he's living in right now. Like, I don't know, it's really weird. Like, you really gotta live life to the fullest. That's like the most easiest way you can put it. And like after you're done listening to this, like I want you to like change something about yourself in a positive way, you know, because I know damn well when we're in a when we're in a good stage in our life, we feel good. We're like, yeah, making money, you know, I got a good relationship with all my friends and my girlfriend, like it's going good, and you know, I'm not in debt anymore, you know, I'm financially stable, like I feel good about myself, my confidence is there, I'm humble, I'm keeping it real with everybody, you know, like everything like that. It sounds corny as well, but like we all have those phases where like we're happy, and then like all of a sudden something bad just happens, and then more bad things keep happening, and we're overwhelmed, and then eventually we get sad, and then things start to get a little better, knocking those little stones off our shoulder, and they're not weighing us down as much anymore. But yeah, so after that we start feeling a little better, and then we're at I call it the peace stage, where you kind of just, and I mean peace as in like the peace, like PEACE, peace. It's the peace stage. Like you found like peace with yourself, like you found like you finish everything, you accomplish everything, and you're at peace. And I feel like one thing we could all work on is bad habits that we have, and that could even be like things that we know we do and that affect others, and things you could work on, you know, like we could be doing things that we don't even realize, man, it could affect someone in a certain way that you don't even know it does, and they won't tell you that it hurts them or that it makes them uncomfortable, but just know that it probably makes them uncomfortable. But and that could be anything. I don't even know what I'm trying to get at by saying that, but maybe when I said that, you're like, oh, okay, and you probably thought about something, but I don't know. But yeah, try not to overthink too much in life, okay? I have a lot of advice for people, but then again, I don't take it upon myself, which sounds like a hypocrite, and it kind of is at the end of the day. But I just know that I'm trying to do the best for myself every day, as you should as well. I'm happy with the life that I have. I'm appreciative of everything that I have. Every day, just keep doing what makes you happy. Keep doing what you want. Live life and do what you want with your day. You know, go out with your friends. And by that I mean, like, I'm not talking about like going to a club and like going to like, I guess our generation calls it an addy or whatever. Like, just go out, go have lunch with your friends. Go out for lunch, get a drink, and go back, and you know, just I don't know, just experience. You know, talk to your friends, and because when you're hanging out, you don't think about life. Like, you don't think about like, oh, I got work tomorrow. Like, maybe you do, but you're not thinking about like every little thing. And I don't know, sometimes when I'm with my friends, I kind of talk about life all the time, because I'm always talking about something. If you know me, you know that I switch from topic to topic to topic to topic. Like, like I'm always switching up on every little topic or whatever, um but yeah, I'm always talking about something. And but yeah, um if you're in a lost position in your life right now, just know that everything that's happening to you right now, it's happening for a reason. It's building you to become a stronger version of yourself. um it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it. Don't stress yourself out. You know genuinely what makes you happy, and only you yourself can make yourself happy. And don't let anyone get in your way. Keep going. Don't let any people influence you into doing wrong things. Don't let anyone influence you on what their words say, what they do. And if people abandon you or anything like that, like, try not to let that get to you. Keep going. Only you can make your life better for yourself. Don't sit around for anyone, or don't be sitting around for anything. Keep going. Do what makes you happy. Don't stop. Make that little kid proud. That little kid that you were when you were 8 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, 13. Make that kid proud. That's what I always tell myself. Make that kid proud, Ivan. The kid you were in your room playing with Legos. The kid you were freaking making a little paper book and trying to be a freaking, a damn forecaster. Like, I would always like to, like, try to guess temperature outside, or like guess how the clouds were gonna shift and what kind of weather it was gonna be throughout the day. I was actually pretty good at it, and I still am. And I feel like that's a lot of the reason why I dress pretty well for the what do you call it, the weather. Like today I'm wearing shorts and a sweater. So I mean, it's a cool breeze, and if it got too cold, I mean, I got a sweater, and if it gets too hot, I'm pretty good at not overheating, I guess you could say. But yes, stay positive. Don't take this in a corny way, and if you do, well, what can I do about it? I already said everything. And laugh. I love laughing. It's literally the best thing. I love laughing. If you know me, I'm always cracking jokes. I mean, if you're my friend, you're cracking jokes too. Like, it's kind of just how it works when you're around me. Always cracking jokes. It's like the best thing about life. Laughing is like the best. Laughing, I'm sure me and you both have a lot of episodes in our life where we just been laughing our asses off, and don't take that for granted. So, and always try to laugh. And of course, I mean, it's hard to laugh by yourself, because it's a lot easier when you're with someone and you're talking about something funny. I mean, we do laugh with ourselves sometimes, but it's a lot funner when you're laughing with someone else, because like, I know, like, sometimes in life will be like something so funny and you just can't stop laughing about it, and your stomach hurts. Like, me and my friend Nick, like, we were laughing one time leaving Starbucks, and we were laughing, and I was getting lightheaded. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even breathe. My stomach was hurting, and my friend Nick was like, my hip, and he just kept laughing, and oh my gosh, that was a funny day. I almost had to pull over. Like, I almost put my freaking hazard lights on and pulled over. I was laughing. Oh my gosh, it was pretty bad. And then we finally stopped, and we were trying to drink our freaking Starbucks drink, and I that was like the last time I ever went to Starbucks. I don't know if it was that day or a couple times we went after that, but I hadn't gone in so long, and then I finally went now that I was in New Mexico, and it was alright. I got a large. I'm pretty sure they call it a venti. I don't go there enough to even care or even try to memorize what the hell the freaking drink sizes are. Like, why do they gotta make it a, what is it, like a venti? Shit, that's the only one I can remember, but why can't they just make it small, medium, or large? Like, they really gotta overcomplicate it. That's like, I don't know. That's weird to me. I don't know. I guess they gotta make it unique. Everyone's gotta be unique. But yeah, this is your life. You decide how you want to or you decide how you want to live it. If you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be sad. If you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be happy. If you're gonna be mad, you're gonna be mad. And if you're gonna be jealous, envious, or putting hatred towards anyone, even if you're not showing it to them, but you just feel it, the envy, just don't think like that, okay? Just like, if you're following someone on Instagram, you don't even like them, like, why the hell are you even following them then? Like, for example, like, let's say you don't like me, like, what the hell are you gonna be following me for and seeing all my posts and all the freaking damn stories I post every day. Like, don't, like, I don't mean it in a grouchy, like, what is it, cocky way. I'm just saying, like, don't put yourself through something that you're not gonna do. Like, I unfollowed so many people on Instagram. Like, I was following like 900 people, and I'm pretty sure I brought it down to like, or I think 800, almost close to 900, and I brought it down to like 400 or like 500. I'm pretty sure. I was like, I don't even know why I'm following all these people, and a lot of them weren't even like people that I know or like live in the city that I live in. It was just people that were like influencers or like clothing brands I don't even like, where they just pop up on my page, and I don't even like follow them. So I was like, what's the point? So now my actual following is people that I know, people that I'm friends with, and not necessarily people that like I talk to every day. Like, I only talk to like 2 people a day, literally. Like, I really don't. I guess I don't know if I become a minimalist. I think that's word, minimalist. I think I've become that because I really realized that I don't really need much. As long as I have enough, that's all I really need. I don't need a like people are like, oh, I gotta have a lot of friends, and if I have more friends, I'll have more connections. And it's like, no, like, have enough friends to your need. And I'm not saying to the point where like, oh, if I have more friends, then like, they'll be able to hook it up. Like, I'll be able to use them. Like, no, just like having a good circle of friends. And I have a lot of circles. I have my inner circle of people I can talk to and say anything. Then I got my outer circle I can just talk to and be straight up with. And I got my outer circle or people that I know and I can talk about and hang out with them and things like that. And I got my outer circle, and those are the people that I kind of just see once in a while or hit up once in a while, or like, I don't even really hit anybody up nowadays, honestly. I don't even like, I'll hit the homies up once in a while, but I don't know. Like, we're just all busy with life right now, and we are going to be. And the people that are in my small circle, those are the people I'm going to hang out with. And that's the same thing goes for you. You're going to hang out with people that you want to hang out with, and good for you, do, like I said, make the best out of your time. And yeah, so be safe wherever you are. Drive safe. Always wear your seatbelt. Don't be on your phone don't be on your phone when you're driving. I mean, I know I am, but that's only when I'm like changing the song or whatever. Because music's a big part of my life, like I said, or I think I said that. But yeah, just don't be on your phone. I don't want. That's like one of the things I was like not wanting to happen after high school. Like, hearing about deaths about people went to high school. It's kind of scary to think about. It could be anyone, like literally anyone, and you'll least expect it. Or people are gonna start having kids now, and it's gonna be weird. Like, what the hell? Like, I'll be like, hey, remember? Like, you'll be talking to your friend, and be like, hey, remember that one guy from high school? He's having a baby with this one girl, and it's like, oh shit, really? And like, yeah. And then like, like, imagine having a kid at this age. That's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy. And we all know what things have to happen for us to have a kid, and I know damn well that I'm not gonna do any of that shit. It's ridiculous. Like, why are you gonna put yourself in that situation? And of course there's things you can do to prevent all that happening, but why, like I said, why even put yourself in the situation or risk it? And I know in life you should risk a lot of things. Okay, wait, no, I said that wrong. In life, I mean, okay, forget what I just said. That'll be the next thing I'm talking about. But in life, like you shouldn't take risks that or just don't take 50-50 chance risks. Like, I understand, like, if you're doing like a poker game and you're dealing with your money, that's your money. Like, you can get it back, but when you have a kid, you can't really not take that back. And I mean, nowadays you can, which is kind of, I don't really agree with all of that. I think it's a little weird. I don't know. To me, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna touch on it too much, but just know that I don't know. I guess whatever you want to do with your life, go ahead and do it. All right. I can't change it. Nobody can change it. And yeah, I guess that's all I can really say. I mean, do as you wish. That's what I always tell my friends. Do as you wish. And I don't mean in a cocky way as well. I'm just saying, do as you wish. Like, whatever you wish to do with your life, you do it. But yeah. And like I was saying, I'll forget about the money part. I was gonna say, like, with your money, you can make investments, and you can either save money, you can either spend it and you won't get it back, and you can I guess, invest it and grow it. Like, if you put in $1 today, it might be like half of what it was today a year from now. So, and that deals with inflation and everything like that. And also, if I just started walking around, so if it sounds a little weird, like I'm walking around, that's why. But I'm gonna end it here. Currently at the, what is it, 45-minute marker. I guess that's a good time for me to stop. I mean, I could talk forever, but I probably sound boring, especially talking in this tone. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. It means a lot. Drop some feedback in the comments and what you think about or just drop, if you have something to say, just drop it in the comments. It means a lot. Feedback means a lot more than anything, or even just like sharing your thoughts, like, oh, I like how you touched on this, or however you feel about this or that, but yeah. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If you listen to this in the morning, hope you have a good day. I think this is a good little whatever I said. Hope you take it and use it, and try to be motivated from when you click off of this audio. And if it's nighttime for you, I hope you have a good night. Just know tomorrow's another day, and it's gonna be a good one. Only if you make it a good one. Ugh. And if as long as you have a good mindset, it'll be good. And if something bad happens, just know that the only way you can get around it is if you get around it. It's easier said than done, but just get it done, So yeah. Thank you guys for listening. And stay tuned for the next one. Adios. Question all